Good afternoon and welcome in to this Wednesday, March 12th edition of WBON TV Live at 5. I'm Michael Watkins, hoping you've been able to get out and enjoy the beautiful weather we've had today, or maybe able to get out maybe this evening and enjoy it as we welcome you into our newscast. We have several local stories to go over, including how you can join the cause of possibly ending hunger for folks in the community here in Madison County. We'll also hear about how one state representative is looking to slow down the use of cell phones in schools here in Kentucky. We also have a look at the local weather forecast, and we'll hear from a state champion wrestler in today's sports report. But first, in today's lead story, there's a new path to the skies for EKU flight students following the establishment of a partnership between the university and Republic Airways. The agreement was signed earlier this morning by EKU President David McFadden and Republic Airways campus recruiter Lucy Utterback. With more on what took place today with this story, here is WBON TV's Gage Hill.
Aviation students at Eastern Kentucky University will soon have a new route to the skies after earning their wings. In February of this year, EKU announced a new partnership with Republic Airways, one of North America's largest regional airlines. Earlier today, EKU representatives, aviation students, and Republic Airways officials gathered inside the Stratton building on the university's campus to officially sign the agreement. EKU President Dr. David McFadden highlighted the need for more aviation graduates due to the industry seeing a shortage of pilots.
When we think about Eastern Kentucky University in this program, we have seen tremendous growth in this program over the last 10 years. So we now stand at well over 400 students in this program flying every day. That represents nearly a 300% increase in overall student enrollment over the last decade. But the reason we do that is not just to have enrollment in the institution, it is to really power our economy and to really make sure that from the passenger transport to supply chain to any number of other things that's going on in the aviation sector, that we're filling that need.
The goal of the Republic Airways partnership is to provide flight students at EKU with an additional pathway to securing a job placement through their RJET cadet program. Jacob Pierce, a first officer at Republic Airways and EKU aviation graduate, was also in attendance to speak on how career pathway programs offer students an advantage right out of college.
Good classes and clubs here at EKU have set up for success at the training that we started at Republic as first officer and in my first steps in the airline industry. Now, Republic Airways is providing you opportunities to return that energy and push my career forward as well as yours. So thank you all for that.
Through this new partnership, EKU flight students can secure a conditional offer of employment with Republic Airways as early as their instrument rating. The regional airline also provides pilot pathway programs with Delta, United, Cape Air, and the Lift Academy. The partnership marks the second pilot pathway program offered to EKU aviation students, following the partnership the university made with Allegiant Airlines in October of 2024. Reporting for WBON Channel 9, I'm Gage Hill.
Thanks, Gage, for that story. Good news for students and Eastern Kentucky University as well. Well, Gene Ferris Winery and Bistro, a Lexington landmark for 22 years, is closing its doors, and everything inside is now for sale. Owner Jean O'Daniel, who built the winery, and her late husband, or with her late husband, Benjamin Ferris O'Daniel, is selling all remaining wine and artwork. The O'Daniels established the winery on 16 acres, building it incrementally over the years. Gene Ferris Winery and Bistro gained recognition, notably winning a double gold award at the 2012 San Francisco Chronicle Wine Competition. The winery has been a significant part of O'Daniel's life, serving as her home and a hub for the Lexington community. Following the deaths of her first and second husbands, O'Daniel decided to sell the winery, securing a buyer from Texas with the help of a realtor. O'Daniel is selling not only her wine inventory, but also a diverse collection of artwork, including copper sculptures, unique paintings, and a wine bottle signed by the cast of Highlander and Billy D. Williams. Wine and artwork can be purchased until Saturday, March 29th by calling the winery for pickup. Well, the Red River Gorge Climbers Coalition, known as the RRGCC, has made a historic land acquisition, purchasing 718 acres from the Ashland Wildlife Management Area in Lee County for over $1.6 million. Its purchase, largest ever by a climbing organization, includes 14 miles of cliff line, making it a significant expansion for climbers. The RRGCC has been interested in the property for nearly 20 years since learning that Ashland was considering selling it. The land previously used for oil extraction had been a wildlife management area where climbing was prohibited. In September of 2023, the coalition learned the property was going to market. To secure the purchase, the RRGCC formed partnerships with local businesses, real estate developers, and property owners and secured grant funding. The coalition now faces the task of developing a management plan for the property. This includes creating a forest plan to conserve the land and preserve climbing areas for future generations. The acquisition will help disperse climbers, reducing impact on heavily used areas and aiding in land conservation. The property will also be open for hiking, bird watching, and other recreational activities, making it accessible to the broader community. The coalition is currently accepting donations to support the acquisition. Well, limiting the use of cell phones in schools has become a priority for one representative in Frankfort during the current legislative session. That bill is now making its way through the House and is now headed to the Senate for final approval. And with more information on what this could look like for students and schools alike, we check in with Keith West.
Getting cell phones out of the hands of students during instruction time is an issue that has come before the General Assembly. House Bill 208, sponsored by Representative Josh Bray of Mount Vernon, aims to reduce class time distractions caused by cell phone usage in school. Representative Bray spoke on the measure.
There have been studies done that show that in school districts that have implemented policies to prohibit their usage during instructional time, test scores have jumped by 6% pretty immediately, and that's most particularly amongst the lowest achieving students who often use the technology as a way to escape difficult issues. There's also been a lot of data and a lot of books written about how social media has impacted the suicide rates, the bullying rates of kids during the school day. And so House Bill 208 is designed to hopefully address both of those issues.
House Bill 208 would require all school districts to adopt a policy that would prohibit cell phone use during instructional school hours, except in the case of emergencies. The bill passed in the House and now goes to the Senate for consideration. Reporting from the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Keith West.
Thanks, Keith, for your time and effort. We'll hear from you again tomorrow. But before we go to commercial break, folks, thank you for joining us here. Lots more to get to, including a look at the updated weather forecast when we come back here on Live at 5.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Co-Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mamoot Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mamoot Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow!
When it comes to having someone work on our homes, you need someone you can trust. Someone who will get the job done the right way and be with you throughout the entire process. At Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration, they will meet with you and explain what needs to be done. They won't take advantage of you during your time of need and offer free roof inspections, water damage cleanup, water remediation, and restoration, plus more services. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Online at KentuckyRoofWorks.com and on Facebook. There when you need us.
Welcome back in here on Live at 5, and man, what an incredible day it was outside as we finally start to see an uptick in warmer temperatures and some sun. Sam Ryan joins us today to give us a look ahead to the end of the week and what to expect as rain, storms, and wind are headed our way.
And welcome everybody. It was another lovely afternoon out here. We saw temperatures mid 70s, and we're going to have a warm afternoon again in store for us here for our Thursday. Now we'll have some subtle changes. There is a little moisture moving at us and a chance maybe of an isolated shower. Can't rule it out. 90% of us will stay dry, but it is there. Now we got to get to the weekend because this, I think, is going to be a big deal across the state and for us locally on Saturday. Saturday's a day to prepare. I'm expecting some storms to move in, heavy rainfall, flooding possible, and severe weather likely underneath some of these storms. So we could get damaging wind gusts, large hail, and maybe even a few tornadoes out of this. All right, so the setup is on Saturday, and the winds, just your gradient winds will linger into Sunday. So it's this whole thing out here to the west. I know it looks like a mess. That's going to come together, and that's going to be our weather maker. So in the meantime, here's a little baby system pushing in, some increasing moisture for our Thursday. We'll start off dry in the morning. Temperatures around 50 in Lancaster, 51 here in Richmond, and then highs in the low to mid 70s again. And you see that threat for maybe a little bubbly of a thunderstorm. But here's Friday. So Friday morning and then Friday afternoon, we have this area of low pressure. Winds will start to increase out of the south, and this line of storm is going to try to approach us here Saturday morning. But Saturday afternoon, we have another wave tracking along a frontal boundary, and that could produce that severe threat. So looking at those winds, just your gradient winds throughout the day will gust over 30 miles per hour out of the south, and then they'll start to turn out of the northwest, cooling us off late Sunday. Storm Prediction Center already highlighting us underneath a slight risk of severe weather on Saturday. I think they need to up this. For some reason, they always downplay our role in severe weather. And we also have a slight risk of flash flooding. So we could end up seeing over 2 inches of rain Saturday night and into Sunday morning. So watch out for that.
Thanks, Sam. I liked it better when you were talking about the sunshine, which we'll see again when the beginning of the week rolls around. But folks, don't forget, if you want to keep up with the local weather, we've got you covered online at WBONTV.com. You can check out the extended forecast there, but it's also posted daily on the WBON TV Facebook page as we check in with our local meteorologist on the daily. We appreciate you tuning in as we do so. Well, the Madison County Empty Bowls Project will take place on March 28th That's a Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the First Baptist Church here in Richmond. Last night, during the City Commissioners meeting, a group of people from the Empty Bowls Project joined as Mayor Blythe read off the proclamation, announcing March 2025 as Richmond Hunger Awareness Month, and gave those in attendance and those watching the details about this year's Empty Bowls Project.
Proclamation in recognition of hunger awareness. Whereas no person in Richmond, Kentucky should have to go hungry, and whereas 13.5 million American households, including 2.3 million with children, are consistently unable to get enough food to eat, according to the USDA's report on household food insecurity. And whereas hunger has adverse consequences for all Americans, in particular children and mothers, and whereas hunger impedes growth and development, and whereas hunger is a significant predictor of adverse health conditions, and whereas God's Outreach Community Food Bank, Richmond Food Bank at the New Liberty Shelter for Families, Homeless Families, Home Meals Delivery, and Salvation Army of Madison County work daily to stamp out hunger in our community, and whereas local businesses, area churches and schools, Eastern Kentucky University faculty, staff, and students, and local potters unite each year to donate various talents and resources to raise hunger awareness through the Madison County Empty Bowls Project. Now, therefore, I, Robert Blythe, Mayor of the City of Richmond, do hereby declare and proclaim the month of March 2025 as Richmond Hunger Awareness Month, and urge all citizens to support efforts to end hunger in the City of Richmond, Madison County, the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
This will be our 26th year for the Madison County Empty Bowls Project. This is my favorite. And it will be held Friday, March 28th. It is located, we have it at First Baptist Church. This is a community event, but the church is so good to let us use the facility. Ease of parking, ease of cooking, and so we are just so thankful for them. It is going to be from 11 to 2 p.m. that Friday. That is eat in or to go. We will have soup to go, hot, or if you want quart or pint jars, you can take to a shut-in or take for the weekend. Those are sold separate, the quart and pint jars. It is a minimum donation of $20 to get a bowl and to eat some soup and some hoe cakes. Justin is our hoe cake maker. And drink. And like I say, the proceeds, 100%. Everything that we do for this project is donated from people throughout the community. All the soup ingredients, all the drinks, and all the everything. It's just, Madison County is just so, we're just blessed to live in a community that supports all our food banks. And as Mayor Blythe said, the 100% goes to God's Outreach of Madison County, New Liberty Family Shelter, Home Meals Delivery, and Salvation Army of Madison County.
For more information about this year's Empty Bowls Project, you can find them on Facebook to see all the options available. We'll be right back.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Estill County EMA CSEP is a huge asset to those in Estill and surrounding counties. CSEP in Estill County has partnered with Everbridge to bring you alert and notification services that will allow you to maintain your contact info and ensure you receive alerts for locations in Estill County that are important to you. For more information and to register your device, visit EstillCountyEMA.net. You can also stay up to date with your county by following Estill County EMA CSEP on Facebook, helping you stay safe at home.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And Gus and Petey.
From Hickson Punson, Kentucky Lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nydad again.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
When inclement weather hits the greater Richmond area, you can count on Richmond's very own WBON TV9 News Team. Continuing news team coverage of traffic alerts, power outages, road conditions, and traffic impacts like accidents or downed trees. Accurate forecast, watches and warnings, local cancellations and delays, and official information from emergency management and the National Weather Service. Be sure to like and follow WBON TV on Facebook for breaking news, alerts, watches, and warnings. And log on to WBONTV.com for all the news on your schedule. Count on WBON TV9 and our media partners 100.7 FM The Coyote for outstanding team coverage when you need it most. Thanks for watching Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Welcome back in to Live at 5, and on today's Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, we'll hear from Araya Reese, a state champion on the girls wrestling team from Madison Central, who joined Samantha Burford this past Monday on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
The beginning of the season, we were just conditioning, because that's all that's really about. And then I ended up hurting myself at our Tomahawk Classic. I sprained my MCL, so I was out for 2 weeks. So my conditioning was not up to par. And then region rolls around, and I place at region. I placed first at region. And then I kind of wasn't feeling it. I kind of didn't want to wrestle at state. Kind of just was like, But then...
Because why? You thought, oh, maybe I'm not in shape, or maybe I might hurt myself again, or...
No, I just wasn't feeling it.
You weren't feeling it.
I just lost the groove. Like, I just wasn't in it anymore. And then I was talking to Coach Butts, and I was talking to Coach Kinley and Coach Watts, and they kind of just helped me and was like, you got this. You can place at state. Like, I believe in you. So then I went out there, and I just did it.
It's kind of great to have some champions in your corner, right? Because, I mean, you guys are out on that mat, you know, obviously with your opponent, but it can sometimes be a little bit of a mind game, it sounds like.
Yes.
How did you get yourself back in it with the help of them, obviously?
I sat there, I wrestled with the boys. I would listen to my music. I would stay to myself. I just tried the best I could. And then state rolls around and I'm locked in. Before each match, I pray and I listen to my music, and then I go out there and it kind of just flows. It just flows and does itself.
Well, talk to us about state. So you got to buy the first match, right?
Yes.
Okay, lead us on.
I got to buy my first match. Then my second match, I go against this girl I've never seen before. And she goes out there aggressive, like I wasn't expecting it. So,
right off the bat, just like bam.
So she locks up. She has a real good
collar tie?
Yeah, collar tie. I don't know why I forgot that. But she had a really good collar tie, so she kind of was like, she had really good control of me. And Coach Kinley was like, if you don't have control, get out of it. So that's what I did. And then she got me in a head and arm throw, had me on my back, and I was just thinking to myself, I cannot let her pin me. Like, I cannot lose state. I cannot just fight for third. So I started grabbing her hand off of me, and I finally got to my knees again, and then I threw the reversal, and I got the pin.
So a reversal means she had you down, and you reversed it and got her down?
Yes.
And then you won?
Yes.
And that was your final match?
No.
No. That was, okay, keep going.
That was my first match I wrestled that day.
Okay.
My second match was against the Central girl, Faith Allen.
Yes.
Not a Madison Central girl,
She
different
was from
Central.
Louisville.
Yeah.
She was from Louisville. And I actually wrestled her previously, and I lost. And
Oh, so
she pinned
revenge.
me. Yeah, she pinned me. So that was really a match that I knew I was gonna go in there. It was gonna be hard to, beat her.
Well, she was thinking, I've probably got this. I've beat her once before.
Yeah, everyone was expecting her. Like, it was gonna be a hard match. We both knew that.
Yeah.
And we both went in there. We both got called with stalling multiple times. And it was kind of just like, it was like point for point, basically. So you got a point, I got a point, she got a point, I got a point. And then I think I hit another reversal on that.
I think so.
I hit another reversal and I got the pin.
And then what happens after that?
Then it's my finals match, and I go against this Lafayette girl.
And let me interrupt you real quick to tell the audience, how long do you have between matches? Is it an hour to recover? Does it?
They have to give them. Last year it was 45 minutes. This year's, I think, 30 minutes. But,
Only 30 minutes. Okay.
By the time they wrestle around, you probably waited an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay. I just wanted to keep going.
And then my finals match comes around. It was this Lafayette girl. And in the beginning of the season, when I knew I was wrestling 235, I did not want to go against her because I saw her wrestle a little bit, like against like other opponents. But I was just like, oh, she's big. Like she has that. So then when I realized I was wrestling her, I was just like zoned in. I was like, okay, well, this is the match that I wasn't looking forward to. But now I just got to go out there and give it my all. And it comes down to whoever who wants it more.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
I love this card.
Thanks. Go Colonels. Is it here? Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Back here on Live at 5, and it's Wanted Wednesday, which means today Kentucky State Police are looking for Scott Weaver. Weaver is wanted for failure to comply with sex offender registration. His last reported residence was in Berea, Kentucky. He has a previous conviction from New Mexico for criminal sexual contact of a minor If you have any information with his current location, please contact Kentucky State Police Post 7 here in Richmond at the phone number 859-623-2404. Thanks for joining us today, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place for Live at 5.